friends, welcome back. My name is Addie Gunnan of Well Loved Clothing, and today this is just the most fun video ever because I am sharing something that is very near and dear to my heart. Of course, I have my sewing machine, all of my little tools, some fabrics and whatnot. So today is a thrift flip, but it's not the thrift flip that you know from me. It's more like a dedication to thrift flips. There will be some process of the sewing of the pieces that I'm going to show you. Oh, I've got a lot to share. I feel like this is gonna be a chatty one, y'all. So Well Loved has been going through a lot of new things recently. I took about a week off, maybe a month or two ago, to really just figure out what I wanted Well Loved to be. Well Loved as a business passed its 2-year anniversary last week, so woohoo! Happy second birthday, Well Loved! And it has been 2 years of thrift and vintage, styling, recreation, selling, upcycling, all of the fun stuff. And as I came up on 2 years, I realized that I really wanted to delve more into the creativity of fashion and not so much the curation of the thrift and vintage. That of course does not mean that we're stepping away from sustainability at all. If anything, we're stepping even more into it. So if you follow me on Instagram, you already kind of know what all these little things I'm hinting at are. But if you don't, the big announcement is that Well Loved is dropping an original collection of pieces designed and sewn by me from sustainable fabrics once a month. And the first collection goes live next Wednesday at 4 p.m. and it's called Fullness, and I'm wearing one of the pieces. I cannot believe that this is a real thing and that I'm actually sharing this with the world. It seems so insane to me, but it really is just a pouring out of my heart. I have loved fashion my whole life, and if you followed along here for a while, you know that I am just wildly obsessed with thrift and vintage, and so I wanted to take that love to the next level and start designing my own clothing. So the heart behind this collection is really to just promote even more individuality. I am such a proponent of being exactly who you are and expressing that through your fashion, and so these collections are really just an outpouring of who I am, and I hope that they inspire you that you can wear whatever you want and do whatever you want and step into those big dreams that you have, because this is a huge dream for me, and I really just can't believe that I'm wearing this dress and have this collection here. It's just absolutely insane. So there's all the words, there's all the things that are happening. So today is not so much a thrift flip type tutorial as it is just a celebration of this thrift flip collection. But per usual with thrift flips, I'm gonna show you befores and afters, a little bit of the during for this one, and then I'm going to try on all of these incredible pieces so you can see the collection, and then we're just gonna have some fun and style them up. So I'm so glad that you're here to celebrate this collection that drops this coming Wednesday, October 6th at 4, and it is called Fullness. So let's throw it back about 2 months to when I made the first dress and dive deeper into Fullness and this thrift flip. So let's do it. So we are throwing it back to the original fabric that started everything. It's this gorgeous green gingham tablecloth that's just so good. And there were 3 of them, so I knew I would make something really voluminous. So then I took the time to really think about what I wanted this piece and a collection to look like and settled on an idea so I can start my thrift flip. First things first, on any thrift flip, I need all of my good tools, everything that you could possibly need, and it's all listed in the description of this video. Next, we are going to get our big roll of white crafts paper out because we are going to draft our own pattern. You're also going to need a pin and some measuring tape. I don't typically draft my own pattern, but that's usually because I'm adjusting a piece that's already made with my thrift flips, but since I'm making these things from just fabric, I'm going to draft my own pattern. So I took my measurements across my bust, across the front of my waist, from armpit to waist, and from shoulder to armpit, and then the neck hole width that I want for this shirt. So I'm marking all of these measurements out on this piece of paper, and once I have those all marked, I'm just connecting them with lines, and as you can see, this makes the basic shape of a bodice for the top. Also, please don't come after me for not using all those fancy tools and whatnot about the shoulder dips. I just kind of eyeball it and cut it to match later. Sorry for the real seamstresses out there. Once you have the basic bodice pattern, you can basically just modify however you want to. So here I'm just doing a rough sketch of what my back one looks like with the open back in the center. Then I cut those pieces out, and here's my front bodice and my back side bodice. So now we can start cutting our pieces. I didn't draft every piece because the rest of them are just rectangles and they're just measurements for me, so we don't use patterns all the time. But here's the gorgeous fabric. Again, such good texture. For this flip, I didn't actually use the pattern. This was months ago before I created the pattern, and I was just using this flip for inspiration. But this tank top is essentially the pattern that we just drafted. So once I had that front piece cut, I cut another piece that matched for the back and then pinned and sewed those pieces together. Then, though I would switch to lining later, I started by just doing facing, and so I faced all of the edges on that top, which took tons of ironing and folding and flipping and ironing. With the base of the top done, I could then start cutting the rectangles for the waistband and the skirt. So then several hours of cutting, ironing, pinning, sewing, gathering everything, the waistband was done, which meant I could start the skirt. So the skirt pieces are just two giant rectangles, extremely long, that I gathered at the top for both layers and sewed into the top layer. I repeated that process twice for a double layered, voluminous gown of my dreams, and this is the final product. In love with you. Okay, I'm speechless. This is the most beautiful thing I think I've ever created. And the back, I mean, come on with this back. It's so dang cute. I love that it's adjustable. It's very, very comfortable. The puff sleeve, this double gather makes it just like really statemented, but you could throw it on with boots and be super casual. I love this. This feels like such a me dress. It feels like such a good expression of what well loved is. And I cannot wait to make so many more of these and share them with the world. Let's do it. How fun is it to create magic? It just feels like I created magic, and I'm still so in love with this dress. I can't get over it, but this dress has made so many other dresses with the same pattern. So now I just thought it would be super fun to show off this gorgeous collection and let you guys into my heart behind all of these amazing pieces. So let's try them on. So as I said in the intro to this video, these pieces are all created with sustainable fabrics, and so I think this one was like a little throw. It has just a really great texture and color. This next one was actually a sheet, and it had a really funny tropical pattern on the top, but I just used the bottom because I love the yellow and orange, and this was a different style I dabbled with and didn't love. But then moving on to the first top, I think these tops are so cute. The little tie back is insanely adorable, and I love the pink gingham on here. This one was a bedspread, and holy cow, the gathering, the layers, the puff sleeve on this is just plain gorgeous. I love the statement of it. This next top is my favorite little fall piece. It's the same kind of fabric as the tablecloth that the green checked one was, and the colors are just so good, and this long sleeve puff is adorable, especially with these pants. I cannot get over the floral pattern on this dress. I bought this sheet like a year ago and knew I was going to make something out of it, but just didn't have any idea until this came along. You've seen this cutie green check dress. Just gorgeous. Will never get over it. I think it has my favorite open back shape. So moving on to the next one, this is a pink polka dotted curtain. I found 4 of these curtains at the thrift store, and so I'll be making 2 different dresses out of it. I love this next little crop top. It has the cutest little short puffy sleeve and an adorable orange gingham pattern. This was also a sheet. Then going back to that same sheet I made the dress out of, I had some extra, so I made a top. And then this blue floral, look how gorgeous. The rosettes with the tiny roses in here, gorgeous open back and ruffles everywhere. And then one of my personal favorites, this adorable purple cropped gingham top. I love the 3/4 sleeve, and this collection just makes me so dang happy. I just love these pieces so much, and I'm so happy to get to share them with you. So we are now going to style up a couple of pieces so you can see all the gorgeous ways that these incredible dresses and shirts can be styled, and kind of my thoughts behind how I would style these pieces. So let's style it up. Okay, I love the styling of this because I love putting the cutesy with like the kind of grungy, and so of course I just kept the same pants on with this top. These are just the perfect jeans, and I love the army green with the kind of pink gingham. But I threw on a trucker hat and some cowboy boots to just bring it into a grungier place, and then just threw on my little leather bag that has the olive in it to throw on some more color, and I just love the grungy, girly, fun, cute streetwear kind of look of this. So cute. So we're gonna style up a dress next, so let's do it. I love this styling because then your dress has so much potential for so many seasons. This can just winterize it really easily, and you still have these beautiful gathers at the bottom. So I threw on this little pink sweater, a little green hat for some fall touches, a little red bag to bring out some more of these colors, and then my magnificent white boots. And I just think this is such a fun way to kind of fall this look up a little bit. So loving this one. Let's style up another piece. This is just the spirit of this collection to me. Just bold and fun and colorful, very seasonal. This is a little bit more of like end of summer, kind of early spring outfit, but I love the colors. I love pulling out this purple check with this purple floral, and then pulling out the green in this skirt with this bag. So there's just so much potential for this top. It like replaces a t-shirt to me. You could even do it under overalls and have like a really fun puff sleeve. So I'm just loving these pieces. I think I want to style up one more dress, so let's do it. Never, never let you go. This is my favorite kind of fall look. Just the oversized suede blazer on this gorgeous dress just gives such a cool mix of playfulness. And I love the fringe, of course, and I think it adds to this look. But then I did hair up to just make it a little more casual, some boots and a matching leather backpack to kind of give it a little bit of like a bohemian sort of traveler vibe, which I am loving. This dress is just, of course I love it. So I'm just loving these looks and the potential for these dresses. Yes! So on top of all of these lovely pieces, I also have some fabrics that I'm still changing into some dresses. There will be 20 pieces total in this full collection, and they will span a range of sizes from extra small to 3XL. So that is all of the chaotic energy, goofiness, joy of these dresses that I have for you today. Thank you so much for doing everything with me, for thrift flipping and styling and all the fun. This drop will be live October 6th at 4 p.m. Eastern time, so that's this coming Wednesday. And I cannot wait to just send these off to new homes. So head to my Instagram linked below to get all the information on the drop and be notified when it goes live. And subscribe to my channel for more magical thrift flips and amazing vintage, thrift, and handmade. You are so very well loved. I will see you next week. Bye!